Well, so I got up this morning and my friend had sent me this song by Ray Montaigne. I get that name and this other name mixed up. But anyway, Roy Buchanan and Ray Bon. They're two different dudes. But anyway, and I'm listening to it and making my coffee thinking, God, this is so deep. She's so deep, so deep. Then I looked at the comment, my reply from Not Your Fucking Guru saying that dad's going to be like, huh, you watched that movie and you saw the end. You're like, and see, for a moment, I didn't let myself go there though. Like, I don't want to think about what this dad goes through. But it just, as soon as I saw you say that, I thought, is there a part two? What happened after that? Because this guy now is going to be so traumatized by what he saw right before he came back home, that how's that going to play out? He can't tell his wife, he can't tell his kid who's 9. He might tell the grandfather, right? He might. What would happen then? He'd be like, oh, like what? Then I think it would cause is, and I think what this kind of thing causes would be what essentially most people with childhood post-traumatic stress have is hypervigilance. Hyper-vigilance. Lenny has it to the point where I think it's killing him. As far as, he got to check everything. Well, he's got too much. So when it starts breaking, he's completely overwhelmed because the wall, water squirting out of the walls in this house and the other house is on fire because he can't do it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, Len! So he's hypervigilant to turn the water off. Did you turn the water off downstairs before you left? Did you turn the tank off underneath the sink? Like, just when I'm even home, he wants me to turn because we came home from the store last year at some point, and the RO system had gotten a little bit clogged, like a little clog with a little scummy piece, and water was just, instead of going into the tank, it was shooting at this air vent, and it was going all over the counter and the floors, and we're like, our new home, we're like, holy shit. He's like, turn that tank off underneath before you do anything. Just only turn it on when you go to use it. How annoying is all that? But anyway, it'll prevent that from ever happening again. Hypervigilance, where you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. You can't enjoy your life. You cannot have fun, or you start to have fun, because it's natural. I mean, you're not like so fucked up that you can't have fun at all. You're not just like that. But you're still so fucked up that you start to have fun, and you're like, you don't know why you feel like leery, like I shouldn't be this happy. Something's gonna go wrong in a second. Hypervigilance. Now, what's this guy? Is there a part 2 to this movie? Probably not. But I'm gonna look, and I'm thinking, now, like this kid, well, if you didn't watch the movie, and I'm not going to tell the whole everything, but it's like he was able to make it back to the past and tell his father, I need you to do this right now or the future's fucked. So the guy does it. Now how fucked up is the future? Like, is him being around, because Lord only knows what somebody with this kind of nerve, what this man was doing in the first place, what's he going to do now? And I'm thinking, dude, do you think everything's going to be hunky-dory now because your dad didn't die in that alternate timeline and just disappear from your timeline and nobody knows what happened to him? You think that's the worst thing that could have ever happened? Wait until these evil geniuses, not that guy is intentionally being evil, but sometimes we whoopsie-doodle. They went back in time and created that Mandela effect, possibly. Is this what's happening? I never used to believe in time travel. But then it just little bits and pieces. I know, it's all bullshit, Karen, I know. You just look at it, you look at movies, you look at that, and you're going, Then you think about these scientists talking about time-space fabric, and you go, Then you think about all the secrets, and you're like, Then you see photos, and you're like, geez, these are goddamn doppelgangers, and you're thinking of people that are alive today. You see these 200-year-old photographs, and it's like, it's a Johnny Depp or somebody, and you're like, God dang! Then you see a scientist or people saying, well, there's only so many combinations of genetics for visual appearances, and that's just why and I'm going, really? I don't know. That's why there's only there's only 7 basic faces in the world, and then there are combinations thereof or some bullshit, and you're like, come on! Is it that? I mean, come on, have you ever seen me before? I'm telling you haven't. I don't know, I've never seen me before. I've never seen this mug, and when I saw my parents, I was like, first I didn't see it. I saw the lower half of my face. I saw this, and I saw this was my mother. But my teeth were not my mother's teeth. They were my father's side of the family because I saw a picture of a deceased aunt before I found him, and she was smiling. And she had including that there's a slight, it was like it was my teeth. It was my teeth. And I was like, whoa, because the search angel that was looking for my parents for me said, I believe this to be your aunt. And I just looked at her and I'm like, there is no doubt at all whatsoever that that's my aunt. And I mean, her face, there was similarities, but the teeth were so spot on. But anyway, I mean, is there only so many faces? No. Come on. So, and then I started looking at the Crater Earth thing, and I can't think of the guy's name, but you look it up, and he's the #1 Crater Earth guy. And I'm like, whoa, this guy, oh, he's right. He's right! And I'm like, oh, he talks about time layers. And the fact that, well, is it a fact? I don't know. That time is moving slower in certain spaces than others. It's just, that's why there's layers. It's really hard to wrap your head around, but the more you immerse yourself and you keep looking, it starts to make sense. You just can't put it into words. But you're like, I get it. And it's about light being able to travel to, because like maybe there's dinosaurs walking around here real slowly, but we can't see them because maybe they're the mountains that they're like, see that dinosaur laying there? And it's a mountain. They're living in their own time and and they can't see what we can see because of the vibrations or whatever, and vice versa, or what? People, what? I know you're just crazy, Karen. I know. So, I mean, am I bothering anybody? Am I like, I'm living my normal life. I go to the store, while they still exist, and I get food, and I come home, I cook, and I keep my house clean. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm taking care of everything and trying to stay present in this reality. You're crazy, Karen. I know, so? Is it hurting anyone? No! It's just, people are just like, you're dangerous. Am I? I don't know. I'm not violent, so just don't push me around, and I won't get violent. All right. Peace out, YouTube. I don't know. Time layers. I think that dad in that movie was dangerous. He was a dangerous man. Without meaning to be. He's just a dangerous man because he cared too much about the craziness of what was going on inside his head, just like my baby daddy, my son's father, and my son. And my son came away from having a breakdown and coming out of it after having to live with this guy and just all kind of goofy shit, being immersed in this spiritual incest, essentially. That he said, Mama, I figured it out. You got to live in the here and now. You got to, I got to be a natural man and live in the natural world, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to try, really. I'm going to do it because you can't figure it out. It's too much for the human mind to comprehend, and I'm going to live a normal life. I'm like, good luck with that, son. We love to think about these things. He's like, I know, but I'm going to do it. And he's doing it. He's got a lover. He took a lover. He never had a lover before. He was afraid of that, which is, it's good. He was 23 years old. He didn't need to have a lover, but he's got one now. And he said because he thought, it'll blow my mind if I'm intimate with somebody. It's too intense. I can't handle it. And then he's like, because, man, why are these people like willy-nilly sleeping with each other? These teenagers don't they understand how serious this is? I was so glad that he kept to himself all that time. Because, one slip and you've got two 16-year-olds that are having a baby that haven't a clue what's going on. So that never happened because he had that shit zipped up. Well, now he's got his shit together, he claims. And he's got a lover. It didn't blow his mind. He's like, I feel like a man now. It's been a few months. He's working full time. I'm like, he moved out of my home. I let him come stay. I said, you got 90 days to get your shit together, son. And he did. He didn't do it the way we wanted him to. He didn't get it together as fast or as much as we wanted him to. But he got it together as much as he could. He wants to build his foundation from the bottom up. He doesn't want to build a house of cards that looks good from the outside that'll collapse because he can't maintain it. Now, see, I understand that about him. Whereas Lenny might be like, oh, come on. Oh, well, it's not Lenny's son. So I can understand how frustrating that might be to look at as a step-parent. All you step-parents, hail to the step-parents that didn't, punch your step-kids out or choke them to the ground at some point, because that's not easy. That's got to be one of the hardest roads to take on the plane or the crater Earth, whichever one we're on, because it's not a planet. Okay, it's not a planet. It is a net, actually. It is a planet. It's a net. It's a net. It's a crater-like net, and we're in it. See, that's where they got the plane net. You're in a net on a plane, but it's a dippy net. Anyway, it's a crater, but that's why the water lays flat here. We're inside of a bowl. Imagine that. But anyway, You guys will figure it out eventually. Right? I found the YouTube channel that told me everything. It's a secret. Anyway, all right, y'all. Have a great day. Love to everyone who gives a damn about anyone.